People, Deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in each and every time. Now, you know, last Friday, Arsenal's under 23s defeated Blackburn Rovers 6-0. Now, in isolation, fantastic result. We ran riot. You know, it is a one sort of positive in which has been a season full of negative at 23s level. I say negatives, it's a learning curve. As you lot know, a number of under 23s players have gone out on loan. Players that would make up the key part of this team to continue their development. Long-term gain is going to be they're going to become better footballers. Potentially some are going to make it at Arsenal, have chances to. Elsewhere, people are going to be sold or leave for free and continue to keep the Arsenal name going. So that's it. But the short-term pain is we haven't got a lot of players available, and this season, no matter how good Balogun, for example, has been and all of these things, there's not much we could do. Relegation does remain a possibility, but for me, I'm hoping this 6-0 victory, it gives us confidence to start flying up the table. Obviously, it stops the rut. We've been in a bit of a bad form. And like I said, it's nice to go into the international break with a victory. 6-0, it's an onslaught, it's a perfect performance. Man to a man, everybody was quality. Obviously, you had young Zach at centre-half starting. You had Norton Coffey at right back. On the bench, obviously, you had Monlouise and Edwards who came off the bench. So 18s are starting to get a look in. I firmly expect Kiddo Taylor Hart to firmly become a permanent fixture of the 23s before the end of the season. I do think Marcelo Flores and Patino and Amari Hutchinson and these sort of players, not before too long, will get more opportunities at this level, provided they keep developing. You know, we still, that being said, you know, regardless of what I've just said in the last minute, we still have a lot of talent. And I think the first opening exchanges were quite open. I think Arsenal dominated. We had the lion's share of the ball. You know, you had Smith-Rowe, you had Surgeon, you had the midfielders. You know, everybody, our fullbacks were going forward. I think Joel Lopez had a very good game at fullback. You know, everybody wanted the ball. I just feel it was open in the sense of it felt a bit end-to-end. Like there were times Blackburn did get forward and did earn a couple of corners, so it's something to worry about, something to consider. That being said, I think we were decent. You know, Balogun and Muller looked very good together up top. You know, Balogun's buzzing like a bumblebee, getting involved. Muller's bringing people in with cute touches. Joe Lopez flying down at left back. You know, one of the best performances I've seen from him in a minute, to be fair with you. Good performance, man. I think we're doing well, man to a man. We're winning our individual battles. We're winning the first and second ball. I think we're playing well. All we need to go, because we're having chances. We're banging on the door, but we're not really cutting them open. We took the lead, obviously, later on with Balogun, but before that, Balogun and Muller actually had a great chance. I think Balogun set it. Muller's raced through on goal sort of thing, and he's got to find the near post, but he's missed the target. And, you know, he is a good player from what I've seen of him since he signed for us. He's good enough to score that opportunity. You know, it was harder to miss, almost harder to definitely miss the target, but 35th minute in, that was the best chance for me. There were some other equal close chances, but I'd say that was the one I was really expecting. I jumped up, I was celebrating people, I thought it was a goal. Either way, it wasn't to happen, but better late than never. Balogun gets on the score sheet. It's a good goal from Balogun, little bit of individual trickery. It's a shambles from Blackburn because it's an acute angle. You know, he's in their box, he's near, I don't even know how to describe it. It's not the byline, you know, the line, what do you even call the line before it goes off for a corner, man? They you know, I don't know that, like, I don't even know how to explain it, but either way, he's dancing past players there. It's way too easy, and he's somehow bundled it into the near post from an acute angle. Like I said, between the defenders and the keeper at Blackburn, especially if some of you want to go and be professional footballers, I'd be livid as a manager. But Arsenal, it is what it is. We needed a goal. Who else is it going to be? It's obviously going to be Balogun, and it's another goal and an assist for Balogun. And, you know, especially how some of them strikers are playing at first team level. I'm not saying Balogun's the messiah, he's going to get 20 league goals, but it's getting to the point you're probably looking to use the academy. And for me, with Balogun, I'm not going to lie, I've said it week in, week out, he needs to go play men's football. He needs to go and test himself and see his true level, because under 23s, with all due respect to the 23s, to the players and to Balogun, you don't know your true level. What I mean by that is clearly we know Balogun's a good player. You know, he can score, he can assist, his general play has been a massive improvement at 18 months. You know, he's got it all. But what's his true level? When you're badding up these teams, 23s ain't been doing it, but 9 times out of 10, there's not a defender that Balogun can't put on toast. There's not a defence he can't put on toast. He needs to go and play men's football, or be in an environment where he's closer to doing that, where he's playing against centre-halves he can't outpace, or he can't outstrength, or he can't might out jump. But, you know, Balogun's moving. We're playing well. Our midfielder equal to it. Cottrell's buzzing around. You know, our fullbacks are going forward. Our centre-halves are playing out from the back very well. Keeper isn't really being tested. Moller and Balogun, as I said, look up for it. You know, can we get some more goals? Can we begin to open the floodgates sort of thing, you know? Because it's being in front, apologies, at 1-0, as you lot know, is a dangerous lead, people, really and truly. We got our second with Serjan, you know. I did think he was in and out the game. He was having a decent game, but I think he was in and out. I want to see a bit more of, you know, him demanding the ball, him stamping his authority on the game. He's still young and whatnot, and he is playing in a different position in the 23s than he was playing at 18s, you know, predominantly a creative sort of mid. But he done well, man. You done well. It was a wonderful finish, you know. It was a wonderful team move. I think Balogun's involved. Smith-Rowe's definitely involved. Smith-Rowe's definitely involved, like I said. In fact, not Balogun, apologies. I'm so sure Smith-Rowe and Muller, between the two of those, they fractured that opportunity. It comes across to Serjan, and he smashes it. It's a very good effort into the far post, people. You know, it's a very good effort. It's a screamer almost of such. You know, we'll take that, you know. Like I said, Emil and Muller were involved. I'm sure Balogun, off the top of my head, was involved as well. Either way, it was a fantastic team move. And between the move and the finish, I don't know which one is better, but it's 2-0. I won't say 2-0 is a comfortable lead, because as you know, 2-0 is a dangerous scoreline in football, but it gives us something to work with. You know, Smith-Rowe has had a very good game for me. He's linking up. He looks dramatically better game than the United game, because he looked like he still don't look fully fit, but he was buzzing around more. He's getting in pockets. He's dribbling. He's collecting it from deep. He's linking up with his teammates, and you did think he would score, people, and it's only right that he decides to get in on the act and get in on the score sheet. He does deserve that goal, people. Again, I think Balogun was involved in the second, but he definitely got an assist for the third. Smith-Rowe converts. Obviously, the fourth comes in the 61st minute. Again, Smith-Rowe gets another goal, and it's a simple finish for him. In fact, that was the Balogun assist. Either way, we've got two good goals from Smith-Rowe. Again, the first one was a good teamwork move. The second, he just simply finishes it off, really. But it's 4-0, 61 minutes. We've done what we needed to do. Obviously, towards the end of the game, you know, Pike was unlucky to score an own goal from Blackburn's perspective, but they couldn't cope, man. We're breaking in numbers. Everybody wanted the ball. Every man who had possession, there was at least two options. Everybody wanted it. It was one of those games. It really was. And, you know, for Blackburn, you know, you kind of think, you're looking at them, you're kind of scared for them. You're thinking, you need to contain us. But what I liked from Arsenal, we were savage. We weren't definitely not happy to be 1 or 2 goals up. 3-0, 4. I'm still seeing hunger from our boys to fly forward. And on another day, we probably could have got 10 and things like that, people. As I said, you know, 5-0, that Pike brother's unlucky to score an own goal. It was goal. It's one of them. We are going to score from it, but he's just unlucky to get a touch. It is what it is. Injury time, more or less dying embers of the game, and it's good play down the left from Joe Lopez and other people involved, and Muller gets a goal. And for me, I'm happy with what I've seen with Muller, this young striker, because he can play, you know, he can link up well. I wouldn't say he's the best technically, but he's not behind technically. He's got good technical ability. He can play as a target man. He's a bit different to Eddie, Tyrese and Balogun, and I really like him, what I'm seeing from him. You know, he's got good physical qualities. Obviously, there's improvements that needs to be made, but I think he deserved this goal because he worked very hard. You know, him and Balogun got a goal and assist apiece. Forgive me if I'm wrong. It was a great victory in what has been a crap season for us, if we're honest with you. Like I said, Joe Lopez, obviously when you win 6-0, you're going to focus on the attackers, rightly so. But I think Joe Lopez had a very good game at fullback. You know, I'm happy for Catalan Serjan to get on the score sheet, the Romanian youth international. I really think he's going to have a decent future within the game. What can I say, people? 6-0, we put them to the sword. Clean sheet, 6 goals. It is what it is, people. There isn't much more to add on that. Like I said, it's going to be a tough season. It still remains a tough season. Relegation is still a massive possibility for our 23s. But what can I say? Everyone played convincing. You know, the young lads, Zach Away and Brooke at right back, you know, first year scholars, they came out of this game with enhanced reputations and gave convincing performances. Kyan Edwards and Monlouise come off the bench. Obviously, Muller and Balogun linked up very well. Smith-Rowe continues his recovery from injury, and, you know, in a positive way. I don't want to be speaking about Smith-Rowe at 23's level and things like that, people. It is what it is. But what can I say? As I said, fantastic team performance, man to a man. Couldn't have asked anything more of anybody. It's a performance we were owed to ourselves. We're due, and we deserve the 3 points. The key thing now is we need to put, you know, in a healthy way. This result is now irrelevant because we need to put form together if we don't want to get relegated from this under 23s league. Like, apologies, people, I weren't planning on doing this, but just by briefly looking at at the thingy, at the fixture list, and people, sorry to forget as well, people, that Joao Edelo guy, he's come, the last 2 games I've seen from him, he's done alright. Forgive me if I'm wrong, he came off the bench, and him and Joao Lopez were involved for the final goal. I didn't plug him enough and give him any respect. In fact, it's actually a very good pass. My memory's coming back. It's a very good pass into the path of Muller from the Dutch Youth International. But looking at the standings, people, apologies, why is this frozen? I don't want to see what's going on at first team level. I know Arsenal are not top of the league. Well, we're not top of the league in anything, but you know, at under 23's level, like I said, it's a difficult season. You know, this is one win, and you know, this win is great, and it's a 6-0 victory, as I said. But you know, our last 5 games, we've got 1 win, 3 defeats, and 1 draw, and we've got a tough Everton team to come, and Everton haven't had the best of seasons either. You know, we've got Everton after the international break, I'd assume, or next Friday. I don't know how the youth schedule is going to work in tandem with what's going on at first team level or generally. But like I said, people, and I've been rambling now, we sit 12th. You know, we've moved up with that victory. You know, it takes us off 2 points to 5 points, but we sit 12th. You know, we're in a difficult position. West Ham are behind us in 13th. You've got Leicester in 11th. You know, we need to climb up the table, and you know, our fixtures are going to be hard ones. We've got a tough Everton team. You know, they're probably going to play a couple of first team players that are on the cusp of things, in my opinion. But we're going to have to see. And then after that, you've got a tough game against Derby at home. You know how good Derby are as a football club, people, especially as an academy. And then after that, you know, December the 18th, we've got a tough Leicester side. You know, and then we've put in January, apologies, you know, depending on how the season goes, we've got West Ham away, and that could be a very important clash for us staying in the division. So it's time for all these players to stand up and be counted. One player who is irrelevant from this because he didn't play, but I'd firmly expect Kiddo Taylor-Hart to step up to 23's level before the season ends on a permanent basis. I think they could use him. They could do with him as well, people. But like I said, it was a good performance. I can't ask anything more. Nobody came out injured. Everybody's gone into the international breaks in calm spirits. What can I say, people? No clue why Saliba weren't involved and whatnot, people. I'm looking on the bench now. He weren't even on the bench. I didn't even know that. I thought he was on the bench when I was watching the game. But no clue why Saliba isn't involved. I don't think that obviously means he's probably not in contention to feature anytime soon. So at first team level. So we'll have to see what happens in that regard. I'm just quickly typing in Saliba's name and seeing what I've got. Nothing's there. On that note, though, I've got nothing more to add, man. Like I said, Arsenal 6, Blackburn Rovers 0. Commiserations to Blackburn. Congratulations to Arsenal. And we can go marching forward, and we've got Everton next. On that note, I'm out. Please comment, subscribe, make sure you like the video. I'm gone.